Hey guys, what's up? It's Johnny here, and welcome to another episode of The SIC Show. And as always, I'm super pumped to be here, and I'm here with my main man B. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, Italiano!
This week on the show, we interview Ugo Cei, an awesome photographer out of Italy, and find out a little story about the 40 countries he's been to, except the one next door.
And he inspires us with an amazing image of the Giant's Causeway and find out how to capture the perfect moonrise in Greece.
Awesome, let's get into it.
Enjoy.
The SIC Show. Share, inspire, create.com. Share.
Okay, buddy, share something that not many people would know about you.
A little fact that not many people know about me. I'm an avid traveler. I love traveling. I do it whenever I can. I'm lucky to work for a company that has offices all across Europe. So whether it's for business or it's for pleasure, I do some travel. And I've been to around 40 different countries in my life. So there is one country that is very clear. It's actually one of the countries that border Italy, and that is Slovenia. It's so close, but I've never been there. And I know it's awesome. There are some really great places there, especially in the mountains and the lakes. So if somebody's listening to the show and they're from Slovenia and they want to invite me there, I'd be happy to go.
Yeah, sure. Awesome. I know that feeling. Sometimes the things that are in your own backyard are the things you never get to. Yeah. It's always the way, man.
And if someone wants to invite us from Slovenia too,
we'll go.
They're welcome. Yeah, sounds good. We'll join you, Ugo.
Inspire.
All right, Ugo, inspire us with some of your amazing images.
So this image that you should be seeing now is of a place called the Giant's Causeway, and that is in Northern Ireland. And this is a place, it's pretty much unique in its kind. It's a bizarre geological formation. It's a whole cliff that is composed of those basalt columns, which have an octagonal shape or hexagonal shape. Hexagonal shape, actually. So it's really amazing. It's looks like it was made by somebody instead of by nature, when it's actually all natural. Now, the thing about this spot here is that it's very popular. It's probably one of the most visited locations in the whole United Kingdom, and so it's very hard to go there and find it void of people. You cannot take a picture where there isn't somebody on those rocks getting their picture taken, or just fooling around, kids jumping up and down the steps and so on. So I went there because I was traveling in Ireland at the time, and I said I want to go there. I want to take some picture, but it was full of tourists. So I remembered somebody taught me about this technique some time ago, where you can get rid of tourists in photos of crowded places, or get rid of the images of tourists in the photos. No?
I've heard of that one too. It's a big stick and you chase them off the cliff.
Or you can start crying, there's a bomb, there's a bomb. Yeah, he runs away.
Not a good idea.
The police would come to arrest you, So let me share my screen. So I will show you the situation I encountered. So there are some tourists there taking a photo, and then what I did was I put the camera on a tripod, and then I set a self timer. I actually used the intervalometer in the camera and let it take one photo every 30 seconds or so for a few minutes. Right. So I got a sequence, this one, where people were, you see, moving up and down. They left objects there. Oh, let's take a group photo. Yeah. Let's take a photo up there. And then more people, somebody taking a selfie, and so on. So it was crazy.
Yeah.
what do you do in a situation like that? There is you set your camera on the tripod, as I said, and you take a sequence of photos. If you have an intervalometer, it's easier. You don't have to remember to click, but you need a remote shutter release in any case. You can even click it manually. Just let 1 minute pass and click and so on for a few minutes. Yeah. And then you take those photos and you load them up in Photoshop and use a script, which is a statistics script. You apply the median function, and that will get rid of most of the things that move and only keep the things that are stay in place.
So very good. Yeah, I actually thought you were going to say you were going to blend them with masks and things like that. I'm really intrigued about this script, Ugo. Is it something that you can get hold of for free on the internet, or is it part of a plugin?
It's part of Photoshop.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
You actually do a run script, and it's called statistics, and then you apply the median. You choose the median function. Now you could do it with blending, but it would be complicated because you would have lots of layers and lots of people in different places and so on.
Yeah, it's a big job.
You can automate most of it. In my case, I still had many images where people were staying more or less in the same place. So the result from the running of the script was still not perfect. Okay. So I took another image and I overlaid that on top of the result there, and then I use blending. I use a layer mask to remove some of the people. And I also, when you do that operation and you have the sea or clouds moving in the sky, they will tend to average out. Okay. So the sea will be a bit fuzzy and blurry, and the sky too. And if you want it sharp and clean, it looks like a single image, not a long exposure, you can use a layer mask and blend in the sky or the sea from one picture in the stack. So
that's interesting.
Well done. Yeah, that's an amazing image.
Yeah, thanks for that tip too, mate. Yeah. It's such an awesome thing when you see a place, especially seeing the before and after of all those people there and how you remove them in such a clean landscape image now. And I really love the processing on it. It's great, mate. Thanks for sharing for that.
Yeah, I like the monotone too, the black and white.
Very inspirational. Yeah.
Create.
All right, buddy. Show us something you've created.
So the thing I wanted to show you was an image of moonrise, with the moon rising over an island in the middle of the sea that I took last year while I was vacationing in Greece. And one thing that I was vacationing there with family and friends, but my family accommodates me when I want to take some photo. And I'm always on the lookout for something unusual. And one thing I always consider is astronomical phenomena, and because that might suggest some interesting shots. And one interesting astronomical phenomenon that happens every month is a full moon.
Yeah.
And not many people know that the best time and day to shoot the full moon is actually the day before the full moon, when the moon is rising. Because then the moon is very bright, as you know. And if the moon is very bright and is high in the sky, like the full moon, you can get a nicely exposed moon and a sky that is completely black.
Yes.
And if the moon is near the ground will be completely black. So you can get a nice photo of the moon alone. It's not very interesting, right? So I always try to get the moon and some foreground interest. And there is basically one moment. Well, there's actually two moments when you can do that. And one is when the full moon is rising. Typically on the day before the full moon, because then it will be the time when the moon is low on the horizon, but there is still, the sun has just set.
Yeah.
So the balance of light between the ground, the sky, and the moon is such that the camera will not have too much of a dynamic range to manage.
Yep.
The other moment is a moonset on the day after. Now the problem is that the moonset on the full moon happens in the early morning. So it's your choice. You stay up till sunset to catch the moon rising, and that's easy, or you get up very early in the morning to catch the moon setting. So, the moon rising. Anyway, I was there and I looked at the calendar and I said, "Oh, there's a full moon tonight. What can I do? What kind of foreground interest I can use in this case?" So I was on the beach, and there was this beautiful. Maybe you can show the image where you see the island from above, in the middle of the harbor.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I did some scouting. I was on a scooter. I drove around. I went up to a village on the hill, and I saw that. And I when I do this, I typically use an app for my phone or tablet, which is called the Photographer Ephemeris.
Love that app.
You should be able to see a screenshot of that, which will tell you exactly the times and the directions of moonrise, moonset, sunrise, and sunset, and so on. So I was there and I said, well, the moon is going to rise from straight east, 90 degrees. And where can I put myself so that the moon rises to the east and I have something like that island in front of it so I can get that kind of image? Here's the spot. The map tells me where. So I went there, and what was there? It was a nice Greek restaurant with an open-air veranda where you could just... So I went to my family and said, tonight we are going to eat at that restaurant.
I love that. I love that. I'm going to start using that one. Oh, yeah, by the way, we're going over here to have a picnic.
Yeah.
Picnic.
So we went there. Me and my friend put our tripods down just outside the restaurant. We were dining outside so we could see them. Nobody could steal them, the cameras and so on. And we started dining, and the food was great. So everybody was happy. And we had our tripods there, and people were passing by and were looking at our tripods and say, what are those guys shooting? There's nothing there. And then the moon came up. And you saw people with the cell phones trying to get a good picture, but we were prepared. So I think that the moral of the story is to prepare yourself and exploit those kind of situations, because it's without much effort you can really get a good chance to a unusual shot.
Definitely.
Just doesn't take much.
I think the moral of the story is to book into a really good restaurant and actually do it in style. When you're photographing a landscape, you don't need to be out in the weather and really freezing to death. You can actually go to a good restaurant and have some.
So if you do your field work well, you can actually photograph from a restaurant. I love it.
Yeah. I didn't check the reviews of the local restaurants. Let's hope the food is good here.
Oh, that's great.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks for that. That's amazing. And it's such a great result too there with the moon coming up right in the perfect place on that island. It's amazing.
And I like that other point of view on the island. Is that a church? Or what is that on the left?
There's a small chapel on the island.
Okay.
And one nice thing that we didn't know is that at night they turn on those lights on the island. So it's all lit up with those colors. That's an added bonus that I didn't expect, but was
beautiful. And Ugo, what lens did you shoot that on? It looks like quite a bit of a telephoto lens.
Yes, that was my 55 to 200 zoom lens, and that was on a crop sensor, so probably the focal length was equivalent to about 300 millimeters. Okay. You need a long lens to get a big enough moon in your shot. Yes. Otherwise, it would be a small dot.
And then what kind of shutter speed do you shoot that at? Because the moon does move pretty fast, doesn't it?
The moon does move pretty fast. There was I would have to check but no more than 1/50th of a second.
Oh, really? Okay, that's quite fast.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome, man. Oh, that's great. Thanks for sharing that. Now, buddy, where is the best place for people to find you? And you've got some interesting stuff coming up this year, I heard as well. Some workshops.
So,
tell us about that.
My central hub where you can find everything about me is the the one you see below here. That's www.ucphoto.me. That's my main portfolio website. From there, you find links to my blog, where I keep it updated quite frequently. I post something, not every day, but maybe twice a week or so. And you can find me online, all the social networks, Facebook, Google+, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and everything. Just search for my name.
Okay.
And you were mentioning something that I've got coming up this year. And that just was started on that day. We were on that island at that restaurant looking at the moon.
Oh, really?
With my friend there, yeah. And my friend who was there with me is a great expert about everything in Greece. He's been to Greece like 12 times. And so I said, okay, and he's a passionate photographer too. So we said we should combine our love for photography, my love for teaching, and your love of Greece and Mediterranean locations in general, and start showing people things like that. How do you get this kind of shot? How do you get, beside your typical vacation snapshots, you want to get something more? So I said we should start offering workshops, photography workshops, which are more than photography workshop. It's a vacation/workshop where we offer accommodation and food. We select the best hotels, the best locations, and then we bring people to those places. Maybe we try to see what the moon will be, or where the sun will set, and so on, and suggest and bring people to those locations and show them how to get the best shots. So we started this enterprise. It's called Mediterranean Photo Tours. You can find us at www.mediterraneanphototours.com.
Awesome.
And we started offering a week-long workshop this September in the Greek islands, Santorini and Milos. And there's one little thing about that. On one of the days of the workshop, there will be a total eclipse of the moon.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
So
wow.
we are planning to do a moon set, that the moon will be setting, the full moon will be setting, and it will be eclipsed, so you will get that nice red moon setting into the sea. Might be a bit hard for people to do it because the moon is going to set at around 5:30 a.m. But if you really want to get something unique, then you should definitely consider that opportunity.
Oh, that's great, mate. Thank you so much for being on the show. We really appreciate it, and some awesome stories there and images behind the stories. So that's great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much. And so with the photo tour that you're taking, is it all inclusive? So do people just tell you that they want to go and then you book the hotel and the all that stuff?
Yes, essentially, yes. It's the full package we offer, aside from transport to there.
Yes.
So this one is starting in Santorini. So you need to get there by your own means. And once you are there, you get hotel, 4-star hotel accommodation, photography education, local transport, dinners, and so
Perfect.
on.
It sounds like maybe I need to book in. How much deposit do you need, Ugo?
You can find all the information on.
Okay, we'll do.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
It's actually, I don't know, when are you planning to broadcast this?
In about a week or two.
Yeah, about that 2 weeks. This will be live. So yeah.
Okay, so that's the thing. We have the price of the workshop will be 2,000 euros. It's a European thing, so it's euro. You can translate to nowadays. It's very cheap for Americans because the dollar is so higher with respect to the euro. But we are offering a 300 euro discount until the end of the month.
Okay.
Okay.
But that's the month of April.
Okay.
Right. So if this goes online after that, we can still arrange something for your viewers. So let's pick up a discount code, and for people who use that discount code to register for the workshop, we'll offer, let's say, the same discount, 300 euros for people coming.
Well, We'll put a link in the show notes to the website with the discount code.
We will. Thanks so much for that. That's awesome, guys. Just for our viewers.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, buddy. Thanks for being on the show. It's been awesome to have you here, and I've had a great time.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay.
Talk to you
You're
later.
welcome. Thanks for having me. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Oh man, love Ugo.
Yeah, he was fun, man. Oh, some great tips there, huh? And you know what? I never knew about that algorithm, the script he calls it in Photoshop.
Yeah, it's what's it? The average or the median?
Yeah, like a medium
Statistic.
That's wicked.
It's pretty cool for getting people out of the frame.
I know.
Yeah,
and then just touching it up with a bit of masking as well.
That's great.
Awesome, man. He's an exciting guy. He's got some good stuff coming up, and his show, State of Mirrorless. Yeah, it's a fun show.
Yeah, guys, check it out.
Mirrorless cameras. Yeah, all the links are in the show notes to his website, the State of Mirrorless, and his workshops that are coming up, which I was going.
I think I might go to his workshop in Greece. It should be good.
Oh, man, it'd be epic.
And I love that moonrise just behind the island.
Yeah, epic tips, and the fact that he made it so he could sit in a restaurant and shoot and get set up and just nip out and press the shutter when it comes up.
Drinking some wine.
Yeah. Epic, man. Awesome. It's been another great show, buddy.
Yeah, great show, guys. And thanks for watching. Leave us comments and make sure you jump into the Share, Inspire, Create Lounge. We're in there every single day.
That's all right. Check out the epic deal we have for you here and in the show notes. And thanks again for watching, guys. Take care.
See you later. Bye.
To find out more, go to shareinspirecreate.com.